Are you surprised Khabib won't be in his corner?
Yeah, I guess I was at the start, but it doesn't matter. I'm not. Yeah, it's still Islam's still going to turn up. You know what I mean? You can't. For people, I know people push narratives and all that type of stuff. At the end of the day, Islam's a great fighter. He's the one who's going in there and doing his work, and Khabib will tell you that himself. So again, my hand gets raised. Don't be fucking. You know what I mean? These ain't excuses. All right, like this is the. You know what I mean? He's fought plenty of times with Khabib not in his corner and things like that. So I feel like, I'm sure, he'll feel it in preparation and all that, but or maybe fight week and all that. But at the same time, he's done it before, and he's a great fighter. He's going to turn up and show up in the octagon anyway, even if Khabib was there or not. So I'm preparing the same Islam that I've seen. And again, things go how I plan on them going. Yeah, don't change that. Don't start changing narratives and start using all these excuses because it's the guy in front of him that's the problem.
Ariel, on the latest episode of the Joe Rogan podcast with Belal Muhammad, the two talked about his fight against Sean Brady, and Brady saying that someone on the internet threatened him or his wife that he would bury him in the desert. Jamie said that Sean told this on your show, to which Rogan said that you like to make people say certain things. What are your thoughts on that? I think it's a shame that he seems to have such an opinion of you, and we will probably never see you and him on a show together. Best regards from Northern Germany to the whole crew. You make time go by faster at work. I don't know what, and moderator Lewis put in a little screenshot here saying, at 2:52 and 22 seconds, Joe says, well, Ariel Helwani likes to get people to say things. What the fuck is that all about? First of all, I didn't get Sean Brady to say that. Sean Brady just offered that up on his own. How could I have gotten him to say that? And what does that even mean in general? Ariel Helwani likes people to say things or to get people to say things. And especially, Rich, coming from the guy who, was pushing false narratives and false information and fake information and all kinds of nonsense over the past 2 years, to the point where, people were demanding that he get dropped from Spotify, which I never agreed with. But that's Rich. Of course, we know what the history is with Joe. He's Dana's boy. He's always going to have his back. But what are we talking about? Ariel Helwani likes to get people to say things. I ask questions. People answer them. I move on. Like, this is a very tired and honestly, and again, I didn't see this, so I'm going by what is being said to me here. And we know that, Belal isn't exactly the biggest fan of mine, so I don't know exactly what, the whole context was and all that nonsense. But amazing to me that a guy who sits in his chair with his headset and this microphone or some version of the microphone thinks that I'm getting people to say things. What are you talking about? At least I ask people questions about, topics that I'm somewhat well-versed in, as opposed to, someone who sits in front of his guests and pretends to know more about a topic when they're talking to an expert and pretend to be interested about the topic. Now I'm going on and on about something that I don't really want to go on and on about, but that is a weird comment. That is a really weird comment. Ariel Helwani likes to get people to say things. I mean, yes, I do like when people say things to me. That would be an answer to a question. But other than that, I'm not really sure what he's referring to. I mean, I guess I kind of know what he's referring to. I guess he's trying to say that I get people to say things to create controversy or headlines or any kind of nonsense. Meanwhile, I have nothing to do with any of that. I'm not going like, let me write an article about this. The guy said it, and then I moved on.
I'm very interested to see what Israel does different in the second fight, but I'm really interested in seeing him against someone who can wrestle. That's what I'm really interested in.
I was just going to say, it's kind of working out perfectly for Alex, where you get another shot.
Yeah.
You get to go and face Israel again. That's the best matchup for you. You got a guy that is probably going to stand with you for as long as the fight lasts.
Yeah.
When he's really going to get challenged is when he has somebody that's going to say, that
Marvin Vettori.
I'm going to grapple your ass. I'm going to pressure you up against the fence. And for guys like Vettori, it's got to be like, all right, they want him to stay the champ.
Yeah.
Because Izzy already had their number, and he's been there. But as long as Pereira's in there, another kickboxer, but with a different style, maybe not as much experience in the grappling department, they're chomping at the bit to get in there. Well, I don't know how chomping at the bit they are.
He's fucking scary. Robert Whittaker, Whittaker's very well-rounded. He's an interesting matchup for him. There's very good matchups in that 185-pound division, but in my opinion, what's interesting is he's a specialist. He's like a pure specialist.
Yeah.
I mean, he can grapple a little bit, but that's not what he wants to do. He wants to knock your fucking head into the bleachers.
Yeah, and you know it going in. You know that's what he wants to do to you. He just try to. I mean, Izzy was winning that fight, and he still got him out of there.
Yep. Well,
I couldn't believe it. I remember even saying to people when we were watching it up in the ESPN desk, we're like, man, could you imagine if he pulls it off here in the end? And he fucking did it.
Yeah, he did it.